Can I see?
You're live.
And we're live. Hello. Hello. Thanks for joining me. This is Wednesday evening, 7:30 p.m. And I want to show you guys how to make something super easy, which is a pizza, and it takes almost no time to make. So thanks for joining me. If you can hear me, I can see somebody's on there. You can hear me and you can see me, just let me know. And we'll keep this interactive as well because we want to make it fun. And we're going to make a really easy pizza. A lot of my clients, my weight loss clients, love eating pizza. So instead of ordering pizza, you can make it at home really, really easily. And yeah, so we can just give a few minutes to get started as well. And let's see here. I'm just going to grab a couple things. So for this pizza, it's a thinner crust pizza, and we're going to use as the base a pita bread instead. And the pita bread is a great option because it is the pita bread that I bought was this one. It's from Compliments, and I got it from Freshco. And I think Compliments is a IGA brand as well. It's a Sobeys brand. And so it's a high fiber whole wheat pita bread, and it's 110 calories for one pita bread. And you can see here, it's not really very small. You can also buy other types of whole wheat pita bread as well. They're probably going to be around the same in terms of calories, and it's 3 grams of fiber, which is why I bought it. And there's also 4 grams of protein in it, which is great. And so it's going to be the base for this. And so before we get started, we're going to turn on the oven. Really important. So we're going to cook this pizza. Cooks really quickly in about a minute and a half, and that's because we're going to put it on broil, and then we're going to use as the plate or whatever to cook it on, or the stone to cook it on is going to be this one right here, and which is a pizza stone. So a pizza stone, it looks like it's made from clay. So we were cooking some things on it earlier. This is actually my second half of my dinner because I usually eat around 5 p.m. So this is why we're eating a little bit later today. I'm going to eat the second half. I'm going to eat the pizza as my second half of my dinner. So this is a pizza stone. So this is what it looks like. So it's actually made with clay, and it's very porous. So clay is porous. And so that's why you don't want to, when you wash a pizza stone, you don't want to use soap in it, because the soap gets stuck in the pores of the stone. And then what happens is that it will make your pizza taste quite soapy. And the reason why is that we use a pizza stone is because the pizza oven the regular oven doesn't go up that high in heat. So we're going to use a pizza stone because it heats up higher and it retains the heat. So it gives that crispy taste and this is what you can use to make like thin crust pizzas at home, to give that crispy taste on your pizza as well. So we're going to put it on broil and keep the stone in there so that it's hot when we put the pizza on there. So I'm going to put on the top rack here. Set it on broil and on high. And let me see. So as I mentioned, we're going to use this as the base, the tortilla as the base. And to keep it really simple, we're going to make it, you can use different toppings for the pizza, but for this pizza that we're going to make it with like a pepperoni type pizza. And I'm going to use this, which is turkey sausage. And so turkey sausage is a great option, and it tastes quite similar to pork sausage, in my opinion. And the reason why turkey is better than pork or beef is because it's lower calories and lower fat than the other types of pork or beef. And it's also considered a white meat compared to pork and beef, which are red meats. So that's why I want to use this sausage instead, or turkey sausage. I got this from Superstore, and instead you can buy turkey sausage from Costco, and they come in like a smoky size. Other stores also sell it too. I couldn't find it when I was at the grocery store, and this was the only turkey sausage that they had. So I'm going to use this. It is a lot bigger, so it's a smoky size for the turkey sausage that I've seen at Superstore and I regularly buy, and it's about 120 or 140 calories for a complete sausage. So that's enough for about 2 pizzas. And this one is a little bit smaller in portions. So it's 1/5. So it wasn't a very large sausage. It was like about this, slightly larger than this, and 1/5 of this is about 90 calories. So it's not as, in terms of calories, it's not as good, and quantity wise, it's not as good as the smoky type turkey sausage, but we'll use that for this pizza. So we'll start with this base here, which is the pita bread. And then I cut out 1/5 of the sausage here. So here we go. We have the sausage here. And then I'm gonna, for my first, with my base, I'm gonna use the pasta sauce. You can use pizza sauce, but I do typically use pasta sauce. The reason why is because I can use the pasta sauce for my pasta afterwards. And I find that pizza sauce is a little bit, it doesn't have that same flavor that I like. And pasta sauce is just a little bit more versatile for me. So that's what I choose to use. And with this big one that I buy, it doesn't have any sugar added to it. And so I just put it in the freezer because it's quite large. And I can use it for my pasta sauce. Or if you've seen my Instagram, I also make a lot of lentil soups. And I use that as lentil soup in my lentil soup for the tomato part if I don't have canned tomatoes. So it's quite versatile. I find it's not as tangy or as sweet as maybe tomato paste or pasta sauce or tomato pizza sauce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of this on to the pizza base, so the pita bread. So, and 2 tablespoons is a good amount, because if I add too much of it on to the pizza, so here we go, the pizza base, I'm going to just mix it around. If I add too much sauce on it, what happens is that it will be too saucy, and even after I bake it, it's going to be quite flimsy as well. So I find that 2 tablespoons is just the right amount. So spreading it around. Let's see if we can adjust the camera so you can see my hands instead. Okay, we have my camera guy here, my husband, Daniel. So he's gonna just do the handiwork, I guess. We're using a webcam here, so it's different. And so here's I put on the 2 tablespoons of pizza or pasta sauce here. And then we have, here's my turkey sausage. It does come with a casing. And the casing is just to make the sausage. So they use the casing, and the sausage comes out of a machine, and then they use the casing to make it its shape. So I'm going to peel the casing off. Can be a little bit tough to, it should be pretty easy to peel off the casing, but this one's coming off a little bit tough. Here we go. It just peels off. I'm going to throw this away. And then I'm going to slice up the turkey sausage. And instead of turkey sausage, of course, you can make it just cheese. Another easy option is to use shrimp. So you can use cooked shrimp and just thaw it under cold water for a few minutes. So I often buy cooked shrimp, pre-cooked frozen shrimp from Costco. And that's what I do. Easy way to add protein into your meal. And your 11 shrimps is about 90 calories, and it's quite high in protein. Another option that you can have is also adding, using just regular cheese and then adding nutritional yeast as another option to add B12 and extra protein as well. You are getting B12 from the cheese, but it's just to add more protein as well and more cheesy flavor without the calories, because the 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast is about 60 calories. So it's a great option to add in. You can also just make it what other toppings? Ham and pineapple. A lot of people like Hawaiian pizza. So that could be, you can just buy canned chunked pineapple would be a great option too. So I'm just trying to cut up the meat into smaller pieces. Turkey. And then I use the same cutting board for serving it on a plate. So I actually don't have to use that many plates or utensils or plates to do this. I just use the same cutting board to plate it because everything is already cooked. And then I also use it to serve it as well. So I'm going to pop the pepperoni onto here with the turkey sausage. Smells pretty good. And then, of course, we add the cheese in. So the cheese I'm going to be using is of course, mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to be using this cheese. I'll show you. Fridge. I buy this from Costco. It is the Kirkland pizza mozzarella. And the reason why I buy this is because of the milk fat. So it's 22% MF. MF stands for milk fat. And that's how much fat from the animal, like from the dairy product, is in the cheese. So you do want to go with a lower percent MF as well. So you want to go with like 20% or lower MF. And so that would be a healthier option to use. So hello. So we're making a really easy pizza. And I use the pita as a base, as a high fiber option with this complements tortilla. It's a whole wheat tortilla. It has 3 grams of fiber in it. And then I used a turkey sausage. So I bought this turkey sausage. And the reason why I use the turkey sausage is lower calories and it's a healthy, lower fat compared to pork or beef sausage. And then now we're adding the cheese on and we're talking about it being a lower fat cheese. And how we're cooking this pizza is on a pizza stone in the oven. So right now I'm putting the oven on broil and I had a pizza stone. So pizza stone is made out with clay and clay heats up really high as well. And it makes the pizza really crispy. So it's a great option because the pizza ovens or our own home ovens don't heat up as quickly as a pizza oven. So that's why the stone would give us that heat and also that crispiness, like a Neapolitan pizza that we would typically have. So what's your favorite type of pizza? Let me know in the chat. Daniel, what's your favorite type of pizza?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Yep.
Why do you like Hawaiian?
Because I like the sweet and the salty.
Okay. Cool. So now I'm going to add, so what I did was I added 2 tablespoons of sauce and I used pasta sauce instead of, you can buy pizza sauce or use tomato paste, but I find that it comes in a little bottle or a little can, and I find that I don't use it all and it gets rusty versus I use tomato sauce. It's quite versatile. I can use it for my pasta, or I can use it for, sometimes I make soups in the Instant Pot with lentils, and I use that instead of if I don't have canned tomatoes. So it's a great versatile option, and I can also freeze this as well since it comes in the pot, since it comes in the plastic container. And so I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of cheese to this. And I find that a couple tablespoons is more than enough cheese as well. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. So I sprinkle the cheese on. So I'm still waiting for the oven to broil as we just turned it on right when we started at 7:30. So about like 15 minutes ago, maybe. So it does take a little bit of time for the oven to heat up. And if you're at home, maybe if you're going to make this as an easy dinner option, maybe you can turn on the oven before you finish work so that you can have it ready to go for your pizza. And once you bake the pizza, it's super fast to bake as well. It only takes a minute and a half. If you leave it in there for too long, it will burn and it will be too hot and burn. So you do want to be careful because the broiling is very hot. And also be careful when you're putting the pizza in and out, taking it in and out of the oven as well, because you don't want to burn yourself. So let's see here. I think it's almost ready for the broil. So meanwhile, since you're here, Daniel, do you have any questions or what do you want to? Daniel and I went to Italy and we had the triple O Neapolitan pizza. And we also had in other parts of Italy, they had those square pizzas in a pan with the thicker crust. Do you remember that, Dale?
Mhm.
Yeah. Which one did you like better?
They're both good. The thin one's nice because it's light. You don't have to worry about it. But then if you want something heavier, go with the thicker one.
Yeah. Did you find that the Neapolitan pizza in Italy was different tasting than the Neapolitan pizza in North America?
I think they use more like olive oil or something. It tastes fresher.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess for me, I found that the pizza tasted better in Italy, but I couldn't pinpoint what it is that made it taste better. But the bigger,
dough is good.
Pardon?
The dough is good.
Maybe it's the triple O flour that's fresh from Italy. I don't know. Or maybe the quality of the ingredients. I'm not too sure. But what I noticed the biggest difference was the pasta. The pasta in Italy was just so amazing. It just tasted really, really good for whatever reason that is. I don't know if it's the water or the flour or the ingredients, but it was really good. That was probably my favorite part of being in Italy, the pasta. So still waiting for the oven to broil. I think it should be done soon. Meanwhile, I wonder how many people make pizza at home. Let me know. So I see somebody. So what we're doing right now is we're waiting for the oven to broil, and we are making. I was showing you guys how to make a really simple pizza, and this is what it looks like. So we did it with a whole wheat tortilla, or sorry, not whole wheat. I can't call it tortilla. Whole wheat pita bread, and this whole wheat pita bread I got from Freshco. It is 3 grams of fiber, and you can see the size of it. It's 3 grams of fiber, and it's 110 calories for the pizza crust. And I added 2 tablespoons of pasta sauce, and I use this pasta sauce. For me, it tastes quite similar to pizza sauce, and 2 tablespoons is just the right amount to not make it too wet. And then I use turkey sausage. And this is the turkey sausage that I used. I picked it up from Superstore, but typically I get the turkey sausage from Costco, and the turkey sausage from Costco is like the bigger ones, which is like the smoky size, and it's about 120 to 140 calories for that. So I can use that to make 2 pizzas, and then I use the lower fat mozzarella cheese, and it's this is the one I got from Costco, and I used about 2 tablespoons, and you can see here that it's quite a large pizza as well. And right now, it's like a pretty decent size. I ate 2 of these. One of these pizzas is, I worked it out, it was about 400 and, no, it was 200. Let me calculate again. 110 plus, it's 110 plus 30, 140 plus 90 plus 45. I think it was 260 or something like that. 110 plus 30. It was 460.
Okay, what is it?
110.
Yeah.
30. And 90.
Yeah.
And 45.
275.
So it's 275 for each pizza, which is pretty good because they're not small as well. And you can see how much turkey is actually on here, which is quite a lot of turkey. And right now I'm baking it in a clay stone. So the clay stone is a great option because it's on broil right now, so I'm waiting to heat up, and it keeps the heat really hot because our home ovens are not as hot as the pizza oven, but we can get the same crispiness and the same similar taste to a Neapolitan pizza because we're using a stone, and the stone heats up and retains the heat very well. And so I'm putting it on broil right now to heat up with the oven, and then I'm going to pop it into the oven, and it will only take 1.5 minutes fully cook and be crispy as well. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. And this is a great option to make at home, or like at home when you're after work as a pizza option. It's faster than delivery. If you set your oven before you finish work and just keep it on broil. And it literally took me how long to assemble this? Like, I don't know, 2 minutes to assemble this. So super easy to make, and it's quite filling as well. And you can have 2 of these pizzas. And if you wanted to, you can, there's quite a lot of sausage on here. You can just have the sausages and put on 2 pizzas, or you can just have another one as a cheese pizza. You can add other things to it like shrimp. You can add shrimp. You can add broccoli. You can add kale, whatever you want. Shrimp is a great option because I buy frozen cooked shrimp and I thaw it underwater, and 11 shrimps is about 90 calories and it's really high in protein. So I can easily split that among the 2 pizzas as well. And yeah, I can make margarita pizzas, whatever is a great option. What is your favorite pizza? Let me know in the chat as well. And also we had, this is my second dinner. Well, I had my first dinner earlier at around 5 o'clock because I was pretty hungry. That's my usual dinner time. And so to have a side vegetable with this, we actually made broccoli and broiled it as well. So I usually buy this broccoli, which is the one from Costco. We can buy it anywhere, I'm sure. At any grocery store, they sell these. It's already pre-cut and it's pre-washed already. And I just used it under broil as well. And I broiled it for 3 minutes on the pizza stone, and it came out really well. I usually air fry my vegetables if I wanted something crispy, but when I broiled it, it actually came out almost faster because my oven was already hot for making the pizza. And then I put salt and pepper on it, and I used the spray oil as well. And this is the spray oil that I usually have. I have, and I use a lot of because it helps me manage it. One, it's not aerosol, so I'm not too big of a fan of aerosol, and then the environmental aspects of it. So this is a great option because I've had this for maybe 2 years, and I just keep refilling it with olive oil, and then I just pump it. A lot of my clients tell me that their olive oil gets clogged in their pump. I haven't had an issue with this, and we use it quite regularly as well. So just pump it until there's until it's really until you can't pump it anymore, and then you can just spray it from there. And it sprays quite well. So then I sprayed that onto my broccoli, which was on that clay stone, and then I broiled it for 3 minutes only. If you broil it for too long, so do set the timer. If you broil it for too long, it will burn. We did make Dan and I made pizzas earlier at 5 o'clock when we were eating, and we weren't paying attention to the time. And then Dan, the first one we made, we put in for how long? Like 3 minutes. And we left it in there for a little bit longer than 3 minutes, and then it burned on the edges. It was still good, but the edges were burnt, and it was a little bit overcooked. So 1.5 minutes is actually the perfect time for it as well. And then also with my broccoli that we had earlier, we put some salt and pepper on it after it was done, and then also drizzled this glaze on it. So it's a balsamic vinegar glaze. Have you ever tried this? It is from Costco. It comes in a 2-pack, and it comes in a very, so it's like a drizzle top, I guess. And then it drizzles very slowly because it's quite thick, and it's a great option to add because it does add some sweetness and tang to it. And 1 tablespoon is 35 calories as well. It's mostly sugar, but I drizzled it on because it's so slow and it's quite rich, or like quite dense. I probably used less than a teaspoon in the broccoli, and it was more than enough for me. So it's a great option to have as well. So let me know if you have any questions. And then Dan and I were talking about our trip to Italy and comparing our pizzas in Italy compared to the Neapolitan pizzas that we have in North America and Canada. And yeah. How did you like it? We went to Italy in 2019 on our Euro trip. And it was I think we went for a month in September, and it was really great. It We went to, where did we go? London, Italy, Greece. Was that it? I think that was it. But then we went to so many places in between. Went to London, and then we went to Italy, Florence, Venice, Florence, Rome, and then we went to Santorini, Crete, and Athens in 1 month. It was a lot to pack in 1 month as well, but it was a great trip. Yeah. So I'm still waiting for the oven to preheat or to broil.
Should be done it.
I haven't heard it beep yet, so I can smell it though. It's quite strong. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. And is there anything you want to talk about, Daniel? Daniel said his favorite type of pizza is, so Daniel's my husband. Daniel said his favorite type of pizza is Hawaiian pizza. What's my favorite type of pizza? I don't know.
You like Hawaiian too?
Yeah, but when you go to Italy and you tell them you like Hawaiian pizza, they're like, it's not real pizza.
How about the Pizza Hut deep dish?
That's that's not like Italian pizza, I guess. That's like, what is that? Deep dish Chicago pizza?
Yeah, I like it.
I've never had that before. Well, I guess they have deep dish at Pizza Hut, not their regular stuff. They have a deep dish.
I think so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like kind of greasy.
I see.
Like the one we had last time, maybe greasier.
So that was just the regular,
Oh, that's right.
the regular pan pizza that we had for our party that we had with our friends. We ordered pizza, and then we haven't had Pizza Hut in a long time, so we decided to order Pizza Hut. It was really greasy. It's like I don't know if you guys had Pizza Hut before, but recently. But for me, it felt like it was. I think they greased the pan, and it felt like the crust was deep fried in the pan, so it was very crispy, and very greasy and oily. Versus, I guess we usually if we order pizza, it's usually order from Domino's, and Domino's the crust is quite not as crisp, like not as greasy. So that was more of what I was used to versus Domino's or Pizza Hut. So, and I also have a new YouTube video coming out tomorrow. We're going to talk about why you might be seeing that you might be gaining 3 pounds overnight, and what is the actual real cause. Is it real weight gain or not real weight gain as well? So we've been waiting for this oven to preheat for 20 minutes.
It's done.
We did cook something earlier, so we did cook the pizzas earlier, so it should be hot already. So I think it didn't beep, but I'm pretty sure it's done because it doesn't say preheating.
Yeah.
So.
It's hot.
Oh, it's hot. Yeah. So be careful, it's really hot. So I did put my pizza stone in the oven earlier to heat up with the broil. So my pizza stone is also like this, but it looks like this and it's all black because it's well seasoned. It is well seasoned. I've had this pizza stone for years. I'm gonna put it over here actually. I've had the pizza stone for years, and like I mentioned earlier, do not use soap because then the soap gets stuck in the pores of the pizza stone. So I'm gonna pop it in, super hot. So you can see the oven is really hot because it's on broil, and it's on the top, the highest rack as well. And then we're gonna bake it timer for 1.5 minutes. Super fast as well. It only takes 1.5 minutes to prepare this as if you were to have this as a meal or lunch or dinner option. So it's super easy to make, and at 260 calories for a pizza, it's pretty.
75.
Yeah, it's quite low. So you can actually have maybe 2 of these if you have sausages put into 2. I think I calculated earlier, it was about 460 calories. So it's a good option. And then you have some broccoli on the side, or some vegetables, or asparagus, or roasted peppers, roasting it the way that I mentioned earlier, just 3 minutes on the top rack on broil. So super easy to make. It's probably faster than ordering and delivery as well. So let me know if you have any questions. 40 seconds. Do you like to add peppers onto your pizza? Do you like your spicy, like the red peppers, Dan?
A little bit's okay.
I like to add ground chili pepper to it. I could have added some broccoli on top of the pizza, but but there was also no space because the sausage, I guess I could have made 2 pizzas, one with less sausage. But I already ate a pizza earlier as half of my dinner. So, do you have any questions, Daniel?
So if you add Parmesan on it.
Oh yeah, you can add Parmesan. So a tablespoon of Parmesan is about 25 calories. So it's a good another option to add as well. And so for pizza, that was fast. Well, it's only a minute and a half, so I'm gonna cancel it. So it comes out like this. Look, it's pretty good. Now we're going to slide it over out of this. Thank you. And I made everything from start to finish on this one, like cookie, like this cutting board. Because I cut the sausage on the cutting board, assembled the pizza on this cutting board, and I will eat this pizza on the cutting board as well. So it's super easy less dishes to wash as well. So making it a really easy meal option. And I'm gonna top it off with some peppers because I like it spicy. And tastes pretty good. You do want to wait maybe a minute or 2 before it cools, to let it cool and let it sit a little bit. And then we're good. So if you made this with the vegetables as well, it's probably going to take it's like less than, well, it only takes 3 minutes to broil. The hardest part is actually waiting for the oven to heat up. That's the longest part of this. So thank you for joining me today and watching me make this super easy pizza. Let me know if you have any questions as well. Or if there's something else you want me to make or anything like that. Again, it was kind of a last minute decision to do a live, and then we were going to make pizza, and a lot of my clients like pizza. So that's why we decided to make this go live on this. And this is my first time on YouTube live as well. So it took I didn't know how to go live on YouTube. It wasn't as simple as going live on Instagram, but then I figured out it is just as simple. It can be just as simple, but it was fun. So I'm so glad you guys were able to join me today and make this super easy meal. And yeah, and I hope you have a good night and catch me tomorrow. We're gonna have a new YouTube video on questions. Why did you gain 3 pounds overnight? Is it possible to gain 3 pounds overnight? Did I gain 3 pounds overnight, and how to manage that and how to deal with that as well? So it's gonna go live in the morning. And if there's no questions, then I'm going to hop off. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.